Peace, peace, peace. What's up, everybody? Today, I would like to talk a little bit about purpose. I received a download early this morning that kind of gave me even more of a deeper understanding of and clarity in regards to purpose. I hope everyone is doing well. I know that there's a lot of cosmic shifts that's happening right now, so you could be experiencing a lot of fatigue and experience a lot of dreams and a lot of might feel a little bit disoriented. So give yourself some grace. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a lot of cosmic shifts that are happening right now. So I just want to share that with y'all before I get into this video because I know a lot of people may be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with me? Ain't nothing wrong with you. It's just a lot of upgrades happening in the universal world. Okay. So let's get into this video, right? Talking about purpose. I want to speak from this angle. I actually received a download early this morning more about purpose. And it actually gave me more clarity as I do what I do and the stuff that I offer to the world and stuff like that in terms of purpose. So let's get straight into it. So being that we're in Leo season, right? This is the perfect season, just like any season, but this is a perfect season to really think and reflect on what it is that you want to offer to the world, but not coming from a space of what your ego says or what your mind tells you that you should offer to the world. You know, you want things to be authentic in terms of the purpose that you share or the work that you offer, right? You don't want to come from a place of just let me make a quick dollar, and so let me get into learning about this so I can make a quick dollar and then call it your purpose. That's not purpose. That's you just trying to get a check. So I said it to say, being that we're in the month of Leo, Leo deals with the heart. Leo rules the heart. So the question would be is when you're trying to seek out purpose, what is it that is your heart's desire? What is it that you would love to share? Listen to the words that I'm using. You would love to share is in your heart's desires. What is it that brings you fulfillment when you speak about it? Brings you a sense of spiritual fuel, this emotional support, something that can get you out of bed. A lot of times that when we talk about purpose, I think that we think that it has to be this um, full-fledged hyper motivation feeling that comes every day, all day that supports us. For me personally, I don't feel like that all the time. I have more of a deeper connection to my purpose and what I'm offering to the world, and it's not coming from a fleeting emotion such as motivation. I do get inspired in terms of different things that I'm creating, but it doesn't come from a place of am I motivated today to go out here and do healing work or what have you. My purpose is more spiritually driven. It's more on a deep level of why I do what I do. So those are things I want you guys to reflect on when you're thinking about your purpose and how you want to offer your work or what have you to the world. So Spirit revealed to me that when we talk about purpose, what are we talking about? We're talking about what are you doing on purpose? What are you doing that is intentional? What are you doing to create? And listen to the words I'm saying. Doing replies action. Okay. What are you doing? Excuse me. What are you doing on purpose that you are intentionally trying to create to make some type of impact? Now, this impact, I want to special focus on this. The impact does it not have to be global. It doesn't have to be national. It can be very local. It don't even have to be even in your local community. It can be in your own family. You can be the person who shares knowledge to your family members about health and wellness. You can be the person who or shares knowledge about fitness at a local gym. You can simply be a parent who loves their children unconditionally so they can have a better upbringing. That is a purpose. A lot of times, I think that we think that our purpose has to be so widely displayed across nations in order for us to get the recognition and in order for us to say, I'm in my purpose. But who's to say that's what purpose is? A lot of times, the things that we see, especially on social media, a lot of people equate purpose with goals. So if you're a person who thinks like, my purpose is to achieve X and Y and Z, that's not purpose. That's a goal. Make sure that you're in purpose and not in a goal, right? Meaning that if you feel like once I get to this point in my journey, I've made it. That's a goal. That's not purpose. Purpose doesn't have a destination. There's no ending to it. There's only the beginning, and then it's going to continue to develop and evolve, but there's no ending to it. So if you find yourself in a space in your journey where it's like, for me personally, I'll speak about me personally because this is something that I had a breakthrough with. I'm in a space in my journey where I'm like, okay, if I quit my job and I let go of the 9 to 5 and I am sustaining myself in my business, I'm living out my purpose. And so now I'm waiting, right? Because this is what this does. This creates distance. I'm waiting to quit my job to say I'm now living in my purpose. But in actuality, I'm already living in my purpose. So I go back to the root definition. What Spirit has revealed to me, that is, your purpose is what you do on purpose, what you do intentionally. I am intentionally every day trying to connect, trying to build communities, trying to show up, trying to, I'm not even saying trying, doing, right? Um, Offering my services, the things that have transformed me significantly that I love to share with other people so they can help them. I'm sharing my wisdom, I'm sharing my perspective. I'm doing things intentionally to gain more recognition, however that looks like, but not for recognition solely, but for people to see there's someone out here offering something and I am a beacon of light. And so I bring in those people who are looking for what it is that I offer. So I say that to say is that I am intentionally creating. And when we talk about purpose, purpose is just not something that you glorify in fantasy world. A lot of times we may say, I know my purpose is X, Y, and Z, because we might know what our purpose is, but we'll just keep it in the mental. We'll keep it in the mental realm, and it never sinks down and gets into the lower body, the 3 lower chakras, which deals with the physical realm, and it never gets onto the ground and actually come into fruition. You cannot keep your purpose, your vision, whatever God has given to you in the mental. It has to eventually come all the way down into the lower part of the chakras, and then it gets into the physical world, and we call that a fruition, or we call that a manifestation, or we call that this is my divine gift or divine blessing to others, or however you want to word it. So be mindful. If you say that you are living out your purpose, make sure you have action applied to it. So the divine idea comes in, make sure you add a plus sign and make sure you add action towards it. If you're not applying action towards it, it is not a purpose. It's just an idea, a divine idea that's been given to you. That purpose starts to come into fruition. The formula for purpose starts to come into fruition when you add action to it. I can't stress that enough. If you're not applying action to it, you're not on purpose or you're not living your purpose. When people say, for example, side note, if you're having an event, right, and they have an amazing experience, right, you would say that was all intentional. That's why you had this amazing experience. Another word for that is, I did all that on purpose. That lets you know that is part of your purpose. Okay. So make sure that whenever there's something that you're offering, that it is making an impact or is connecting. Because I want to remove impact, because I don't want people to think that it has to be this grandiose thing. It doesn't. You're just connecting with people. Just connect with people. It doesn't have to be this full blown C4 detonation, device, and the whole world has seen it. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that. Okay. It can be so simple. Who is the person in your head that's telling you it has to be so big? Address that part of yourself and reframe it. Because if we don't see that on the outside, we think that we're not in purpose. And like I said, your purpose is doing something on purpose. It's consciously creating on purpose. It's something that's been guided or given to you, and you're guided to do it. All right. You feel it somewhere in your vessel, in your soul, in your spirit, that this is something that you're supposed to be doing. It's you letting go, surrendering to something greater than yourself, and allowing the message to come through, and you act out that message. So everybody who does everything in this physical existence has their own right to do what they do. We're all here to do what we're supposed to do. So don't judge other people for what they offer, because that's what they're supposed to do. If you're in a space of financial literacy and you listen to Earn Your Leisure or Social Proof or 19 Keys, anybody who talks about financial literacy, and you might be a person who's talking about healing work and spirituality and healing trauma and working through the subconscious mind, your purpose is just as important and valuable as the other person's purpose. We're all trying to contribute to raise the consciousness, the collective consciousness, into a heightened state. And so everyone has their own divine assignment. So to get out of the social comparison, understand that what you came here to do, it will be completely different from someone else. You have to walk your path. You have to walk your path that provides uniqueness. It's going to be unique to you and only you, and you are creating that uniqueness for other people to taste it, for other people to experience it, for other people to say, yo, I'm grateful for you because you have shared something. You have brought something to the light that's never been brought before, and it has changed my life significantly. Do not get into comparison mode or looking at what other people are doing. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing based off their whole spiritual anatomy. Your path, your purpose may be similar to theirs, but I guarantee you it is extremely different at the same time. All right. I had to harp on that as well, because we would get caught in social comparison. Oh, that person's doing the same thing I'm doing. What's the point of me doing it? I used to have these thoughts, okay? So I'm sharing that. I used to feel that way. I'm like, oh, they're doing it way better than me. What's the point of me even getting into the space? But I realized when I speak it from my perspective, people see it differently, people feel it differently, and people actually want to work with me just because of how I'm sharing it. They don't resonate with how the other person's sharing it. Resonance is a thing. If people don't resonate with you, they're not going to work with you. They're not going to want to invest into you. So it's important that you stick to your authenticity and your uniqueness and keep expressing that, because there is a crowd of people who are looking for your uniqueness, who are looking to see how can Joshua Tree or whatever your name is, or how can this person support me, or how can I make an investment to gain more of the support that this person is offering because I feel like it resonates with me. Honor that, right? Um, and so yeah, I just want to bring that all full circle, and let's just recap. Your purpose is what you do on purpose. Period. Set an intention, right? Intentionally create. Period. If you're not creating to the point where it's getting into the physical, right? Bring it to the physical world, then you're not on purpose. You just have a great idea. You have a great divine idea. I get it. You're coming from the crown chakra all the way to the root chakra. In between, you have all these different blockages you got to go through. You got to go through the throat chakra. You got to speak the truth. You got to stick to, adhere to, embrace what's in your heart, because what's in your heart people may not like, but you have to express it anyway. You got your solar plexus. You got to keep the willpower, right? You got to keep the courage. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video on how to manifest from the chakras, because this is what I feel like I'm shifting into. All these aspects are coming from the crown all the way down to the root. So I get it. You're going through a journey of a lot of blockages and challenges, but that's the point, right? It's all to transform you to become the version, the identity that you need to become, to share to the world who you are, or what it is that you offer, what is your services, what is your divine gift, what is your idea that's going to change the collective, right? So on that note, I'm going to let y'all go. Please drop a comment below, right? Let me know how you felt about it, if this resonates. What are your opinions, your comments? I accept all things in that regard. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.